In Novel, it is possible to receive and store images from any type of modality or another PACS server that we call DICOM sources. Initially, you need to define these sources to be able to receive and store images from them. So you go to the Administration panel, and in the side panel, under the System menu, you select the Clients item. From the right side, select the New option. In the form that appears, you need to enter information, including description. This can be a note for identifying the source. For example, I will enter the type of device. AE title. This item is present in the modality specifications. It is the unique identifier for each modality, which I will now define as novel. Let me give a brief explanation of AE title. A modality refers to a device that communicates using the DICOM standard, such as imaging devices like CT scans and MRIs. AE stands for Application Entity, which uniquely identifies a DICOM device or program, typically labeled with numbers and uppercase characters only. An endpoint of a DICOM information exchange, including the DICOM network or media interface software, that is, the software that sends or receives DICOM information objects or messages. A single device may have multiple application entities. Also, AET or AE title stands for Application Entity Title, which the externally known name of an application entity used to identify a DICOM application to other DICOM applications on the network. Therefore, in this section, to define modalities as image senders to PACS, we enter their AE title. The next option is hostname. When the modalities are in a network, besides the AE title, they also get an IP address for exchanging information, which is defined in this section. Note that PACS and the device must be on the same network and connected. Port is the next item, indicating the gateway through which the network connection is established. As for the preferred storage option, in Novel, there are settings for configuring the storage type and specifying the file storage location, which must be done from the storage section. The paths are already defined, but in upcoming videos, we will explain how to define them. These locations are the main storage address. But here in the preferred storage section, we can specify a separate storage path for just this client from which we receive images. In this case, all files received from this client will be stored in the specified address. However, this does not mean that you can use just this option without defining the main storage. The main storage must be defined. Now let's review a scenario together. Suppose in the PACS system at the imaging center, we have set the main storage address in the storage section for hard drive number 1 of the image storage server. Therefore, all images sent from clients to the server will be stored in this storage. Now, a mammography device, which produces heavy multi-frame images, is added to the center, and we want to change the storage path for this device from the default for reasons such as managing hardware resources, extending their lifespan, and increasing image loading speed. So, you can use preferred storage addressing to designate a new storage location for images received from this new client, separate from the existing default. As you can see, a new client has been added. Editing is also possible. To do this, select the desired client and then choose the Edit option from the top menu. You can modify any necessary items, such as IP or port changes. If, for any reason, a modality is not operational, you can disable it and enable it again with the same settings when it is back online. Deletion is also possible if needed. All these options are available at the top of the list, depending on your user access levels. Next is the Manage Routing option, which we will return to later. Remote Devices. The next menu is Remote Devices, accessible from the System menu. In Novel, it is also possible to send stored images to other devices or servers. Additionally, you can set up another server as a backup to receive a copy of the images in real time. To define a remote device, select the new option and enter the destination information. The information is similar to what we defined for clients. AE title. Enter the AE title of the backup server, another PACS or modality. Hostname. Enter the destination IP in the hostname field and the port path in the port field. Assign a description, which can be the destination name. Define the destination type. Calling AE title and commit protocol. These were used in older versions to specify the start and end of a connection for sending and receiving, but they are not mandatory now and can be left empty. The final option specifies the format in which DICOM images and files are sent to the destination. Original format, lossless or lossy. DICOM offers various formats, and there are many articles about their performance and storage methods on the Minova and NEMA websites. As you can see, a new row has been added. You can edit or delete them as needed. Sending to these destinations can be done manually from the study list page or automatically, where images are routed to the specified destinations upon receipt, which we will cover later. You can verify the connection with the destination using the Verify option to ensure both sender and receiver are connected. Next is the Device's Authority option, but before that, let's familiarize ourselves with the Manage Routing setup for clients. Suppose you receive images from various modalities and store them on PACS while having a backup server. You want images sent to PACS to be automatically routed to the backup in real time. Select the server or modality from the client and choose Manage Routing. In this form, the upper section shows all servers or modalities defined as destinations in remote devices. Select the desired server, such as the defined backup server, add it to the lower section, and apply. Now, any image stored on PACS from this device will also be sent to the backup. Let's return to the Remote Devices form and get to know the Device's Authority function. In Novel, you can predefine authorities and specify which authority the destination should follow. For example, you can define an authority to send only MRI images of the spine, among other options. For more details, we will explore the authority form, but for now, this gives a brief overview. This section allows you to define authorities, which are not limited to receiving and sending, but can be used more extensively, as we will discuss later.